And now we're going to go down here to page 14 and evaluate each polynomial. So evaluate each polynomial when a equals 3, b equals 5, and c equals 6. So we have the polynomial 10a minus 15, which means 10 times a minus 15, right? So here it's telling us that a is 3. So we're just going to do 10 times 3 minus 15. And always use parentheses when you're plugging in a variable. 10 times 3 is 30 minus 15. 30 minus 15 is just 15. So that's our answer. Number 2. Negative 5 times b to the third plus 7 times b plus 10. And here we see that b is 5. So all we're going to do is just plug in 5 for b. So negative 5, and then instead of writing b, we're going to write 5. Negative 5 times 5 to the third plus 7 times 5 plus 10. So negative 5 times, and then 5 to the third, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. I always remember that by, so 25 times 5, it's like, how much money do you have if you have 5 quarters? Well, it's $1.25. 125 plus 7 times 5 plus 10. So negative 5 times 125, let's see, 5 times 100 is 500, and then 5 times 25 is 125. So it's 500 plus 125, which is negative 625. Plus 7 times 5, 35, plus 10. And then I'm going to put these positive numbers together. Negative 625 plus 45. So now the signs are different, so we're going to subtract, and our answer is going to end up being negative. So let's see, 625 minus 45. So if I take 25 away from 625, I'm at 600. And I need to take 20 more away to take away 45. So it's going to be negative 580. All right, now this one, 6 times a times b times c plus 4 times a squared. So 6 times, what's a again? 3 times b, 5 times c, 10, plus 4 times 3 squared. 6 times 3 times 5 times 10. Let's see, 5 times 10 is 50. 50 times 3 is going to be 150. Plus 4 times 3 squared is 9. 6 times 150, that's 600. I like to think of it like this. 6 times 100 plus 50. Plus 4 times 9, 36. So 6 times 100 is 600, plus 6 times 5 is 30, so 6 times 50 is 300, plus 36. 600 plus 300 is 900 plus 36. 936. There we go. And you can always use a calculator to check. I want you to be able to do math like that on your own, but you can use your calculator to check. That's totally fine. Next, evaluating polynomials. So we have a word problem. Let's check it out. Evaluate the given polynomial to find the solution in the real-world scenario. So Nate's client said that she wanted the width, W, of every room in her house to be increased by 2 feet, and the length by 2W, and the length, 2W, increased by 5 feet. The polynomial W plus 2 times 2W minus 5, or, if we multiply it out, 2W squared minus W minus 10 gives the new area of any room in the house. The current width of the kitchen is 16 feet. What is the area of the new kitchen? So it says that the current width of the kitchen is 16 feet. And also, this equation right here is the equation for the area of any room. All right, so if the current width of the kitchen is 16 feet, the new area, whenever they make these modifications, is going to be whatever we get when we plug 16 in for W. So we're going to substitute 16 for W. And I'm going to use the second equation, but you could use the first if you wanted. So 2 times W squared minus W, I'll rewrite it. 2 times w squared, and w represents the width, the current width of any room. And whenever we plug it in, it's going to give us what the new area of any room is after they make these modifications. So we get 2 times 16, right? We're plugging in 16 for w. 2 times 16 squared minus 16 minus 10. 2 times, well, I don't know what 16 squared is, so let me get out my calculator and check. 16 squared, 256. 256 minus 16 minus 10. 2 times 256 is 512. Minus 16 minus 10. So if I minus 16 and then I minus 10, I'm minusing 26 altogether. I'll just put these two together. 512 minus 26, let's just use our calculator to figure that out. 486. So that means that the new area of the kitchen is 486 square feet. All right, all we had to do was take our equation and plug in 16. No big deal. All right, let's work on some homework problems.